Welcome to Dragonhorn Gaming, and today we'll be opening a Commander Witherbloom Witchcraft. Alright, we got our big, not a real card on the front there, it's just part of the box. We got our back here. Alright. Previous video I did say I was going to cut the card out of the box. Yeah, so it was messy. Alright, now we start with this one. Okay. Pull it out. Set that over there. Alright, we got the deck box. We got our separator, our spin down life counter, the commander rules, and a bit about the card itself, the cards in it. All right. And the deck here. Alright. Alright. We got our over thick etched foil commander card there. We got our food tokens, demon tokens, fungus beast, sapperling, and pests. Alright. Alright. We got Willow Desk Essence Seer, cost 3, generic black and green. Pay 1, tap. Choose another target creature, put a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the amount of life you gain this turn, or the amount of life you lost this turn. Whichever is greater, activate only as a sorcery. Alright. We got Jerome, Master Chef, cost 4, 2 generic, a black and a green. Trample. At the beginning of your end step, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of non-token creatures you had enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Pay 1, sacrifice a food, target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Got Honored Troll, Dinah Soul Steeper, Mortality Spear, Witherbloom Campus, Study Hall, Ancient Carvings, Bloodthirsty Aerialist, Epicure of Blood, Feed the Swarm, Greed, Reckless Spite, Sylvan Ghoul, Suffer the Past, Vampire Nighthawk, Cultivate, Give it to Paradise, Pulsa Marasa, Rampant Growth, Leyline Prowler, Moldervine Reclamation, Arcane Signet, Elixir of Immortality, that's nice to see, Paradise Plume, Pristine Talisman, Soul Ring, Sun Droplet, Talisman of Resilience, Blighted Woodland, Blight Mound, Essence Pulse. This was rare. Attacking pests you control get +1/+0 and have menace. Wherever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 black green pest creature token with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Costs 3, 2 generic and a black. Essence Pulse costs 4, 3 generic and a black. You gain 2 life. Each creature gets -X, -X until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you've gained this turn. Marshland Bloodcaster costs 5 for generic and a black. Flying, pay generic and a black, tap rather than pay this mana cost. Of the next spell you cast this turn, you may pay life equal to that spell's mana value. Tyvash Gloom Summoner cost 5 for generic and a black. Lifelink, beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, you may pay X life, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. If you do, create a XX black demon creature token with flying. Fane Witch Coven costs 3, 2 generic and a black. Menace, whenever you gain life, you may pay 1 black. If you do, return target creature card from a graveyard to your hand. Blossom Bog Beast costs 5 for generic and a green. Whenever it attacks, you gain 2 life, then creatures you control gain trample and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Urzaroot Channeler costs 6, 5 generic and a green. Reach, creature spells you cast cost 1X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you've gained this turn. Tap, you gain 2 life. Healing Technique costs 4, 3 generic and a green. With Demonstrate, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. You gain life equal to that card's mana value. Exile Healing Technique. Pest Infestation cost 2X and a green. Destroy up to X target artifacts and or enchantments. Create twice X 1/1 black-green pest creature tokens with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Sprout Back Trudge cost 9, 7 generic and 2 green. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Trample, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, you may cast Sprout Back Trudge from your graveyard. Trudge Garden costs 3, 2 generic and a green. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 4/4 green fungal beast creature token with trample. Eudora Grave Gardener cost 5, 4 generic and a green. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land. Revival Experiment costs 6 for generic, a black and a green. For each permanent type, return up to 1 card of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield. You lose life. You lose 3 life for each card returned this way. Exile Revival Experiment. Witch's Clinic. Tap to add a colorless. Pay 2, tap. Target commander gains lifelink until end of turn. Blood Tracker. Cost 4, 3 generic and a black. Flying. Pay 1, pay 2 life. Put a 1/1 counter on Blood Tracker. When Blood Tracker leaves the battlefield, draw a card for each 1/1 counter on it. Damnable Pact. Costs X and 2 black. Target player draws X cards and loses X life. Deadly Tempest. Costs 6 for generic 2 black. Destroy all creatures. Each player loses life equal to the number of creatures they controlled that were destroyed this way. Defiant Bloodlord. Costs 7, 5 generic 2 black. Flying, whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Noxious Gearhulk costs 6 for generic 2 black. Menace, when it enters the battlefield, you may destroy another target creature. If a creature is destroyed this way, you gain life equal to its toughness. Obnixilis Reignited, cost 5, 3 generic and 2 black. You draw a card and you lose 1 life, destroy a target creature. Target opponent gets an emblem with whenever player draws a card, you lose 2 life. Did we not get his emblem? No emblem there. No emblem there. They didn't include the emblem. Sorry about that noise. Don't know why it's doing that. Those jerks, they didn't give the emblem for Obnixilis. Sanguimancer, cost 4, 2 generic and 2 black. Flying, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you gain 3 life. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you may gain 3 life. Sanguine Bond, whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Taste of Death. Okay, this is a reprint of a Brawl-only card. Each player sacrifices 3 creatures. You create 3 food tokens. Ageless Eternity, costs 5, 3 generic, 2 green. Whenever you gain life, put that many 1/1 counters on Ageless Eternity. Nissa's Renewal, costs 6, 5 generic and green. Search your library for up to 3 basic land cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. You gain 7 life. Verdant Sun's Avatar, costs 7, 5 generic, 2 green. Whenever it or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Gaze of Granite, cost X, 2 black and a green. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value X or less. Gluttonous Troll, cost 4, 2 generic, black and a green. Trample. When Gluttonous Troll enters the battlefield, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of opponents you have. Pay a colorless and a green, a generic and a green. Sacrifice another non-land permanent. Gluttonous Troll gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Sapling of Kulfanor, costs 5, 3 generic and 2 hybrid, black-green. Indestructible. Whenever a sapling of Kulfanor attacks, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, you gain life equal to that card's toughness. Lose life equal to its power, then put it into your hand. Alharm Marat's Archive, costs 5 generic. If you gain life, you gain twice that much life. If you draw cards, except for the first one you draw each turn. If you draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. Druid Satchel, costs 3 generic. Pay 2 and tap, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. If it's a land card, put that card into the battlefield under your control. If it's a non-creature, non-land card, you gain 2 life. Lexidon Warhammer, costs 3 generic. Equip creature gets +3/+0 and has trample and lifelink. Equip 3. Vincer's Journal, costs 5 generic. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 1 life for each card in your hand. Will of Lost Dreams, costs 4 generic. Whenever you gain life, you may pay X, where X is less than or equal to the amount of life you gain. If you do, draw X cards. Exotic Orchard, add 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce. High Market, sacrifice a creature, you gain 1 life. 1 second. Alright. Linmore Waste, taps for colorless or taps for a black and a green, and then it deals 1 damage to you. Temple of Melody, enters tap. When it enters, scry 1, tap for black and a green. Command Tower. Gingerbread Cabin, Golgari Route Farm, Jungle Hollow, Myriad Landscape, Radiant Fountain, Rogue's Passage, Sapseep Forest, Tainted Wood, Temple of the False God, and then on to the basic lands. Alright, that was it for this opening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Good luck on your openings, and goodbye.